Greetings everybody, this is Sky Earth Goddess. I'm coming back with another video while I drive home from work, and if you look at me you can see that my face is all swollen and puffy, and I'm all nasally from congestion from pollen. I didn't start having an allergic reaction to pollen until like the past couple of years or so, and I was thinking about it, you know, as soon as spring starts, all this pollen, it just comes out of nowhere, and so many people are allergic to pollen. And my thing is that we are nature and we're connected to nature, and earth is us. It's a reflection of earth. It's a reflection of us, and we are a reflection of it. Everything is us. Everything is source. So if pollen is natural, then why are we allergic? Why are people allergic to it? Like, you know, an allergy is an allergy, you know? So like, my thing is, like, whenever you get sick and you get nasally and you get puffy-eyed and congested and cough and sneezing, your body has identified a foreign object, something that's foreign, and it's reacting to it. And that's all fine and dandy if you have like an actual illness going on. But my thing is, it shouldn't be the same way for pollen, because pollen has existed for nearly as long as we have in this realm. So my thing is, like, people who lived in ancient times, did they have these allergic reactions to the pollen? Was it the same type of pollen that we're dealing with now? And where is the pollen coming from? Because it's literally night and day. And I know you guys have noticed, maybe some of you haven't, but if you pay attention to pollen, the way pollen behaves is like this. You go to bed one day is clear. Everything, there's no pollen. You go to bed and you wake up the next day and there's pollen all over your car, your house, your pet, everything's all outside. It's all yellow. I don't know what it looks like where you guys live in Georgia. It's yellow and it looks just like chalk, and it's everywhere. And my thing is, where did it come from? Like it's like they turn on a switch. Sometimes you can see so much pollen, it's like blowing in the wind around you like confetti. And it just seems off. It seems mysterious and it seems off. The pollen pops up out of nowhere. People get these allergic reactions to it, and it's yellow. And from everything that I've seen, most plants give off pollen, but they give off like a whitish colored pollen. It's not that many plants that I see that give off this yellow, thick yellow pollen. So where is it all coming from? Where are these magical flowers that are putting out the pollen? I mean, literally, it's day and night. Like, you will go to bed and the next day everything's coloring yellow. And it's not like a gradual switch. It's like a major switch. Boom. Less than 24 hours later, boom, pollen. And it just seems like, to me, because my third eye is always opening and investigating and thinking and critically thinking, that somebody or something is doing this on purpose. We have airplanes above us with these chemtrails. I see one right now. We have all kinds of things in the air. We have some bugs that I've learned are not actual bugs. They're actual little robotic insects that are meant to pollute the air. And it's all these things that the government is doing to us. I really feel like that the pollen, the yellow, fluffy, powdery stuff that we've been taught our whole lives is pollen. It's some kind of chemical, some kind of warfare that they're putting in the atmosphere every spring. And they put it in the atmosphere every spring. And they do it on certain days. That's why the next day you wake up and it's covered in everything. And they're putting it out there to make us sick. Maybe this quote-unquote pollen has some kind of microchips in it to bond with our DNA structure and make us do things and feel things. And a lot of us are having a allergic reaction to it because it's not of nature. It's not natural. And our bodies send us signals like, hey, this yellow stuff is not pollen. But they put it out in the spring, because in the spring we're expecting to see a little pollen here and there. So they put the yellow powdery stuff out in the air and call it pollen in the spring. And because it's springtime, you know, we don't question it. We don't say, well, you know, where this yellow stuff come from? Because if you found it outside in winter or summer or fall, then you would question it. But If you find it outside covered in everything in the spring, you just assume it's natural pollen. So to keep people from questioning what it actually is, they just call it pollen and put it out there, and we think it's pollen. It's covering everything. And we're ingesting it, we're breathing it in. You can't help but ingest it because it's in the air, it flies in your mouth. You see what I'm saying? Like, what actually is this? This pollen, this is not pollen. I don't know what this is, but this is some kind of powdery warfare that they're putting on us. Macroscopically is something else, because these strong allergic reactions that people are having to this stuff, you have to think, we've been around for millennia, and so have plants. We're in alignment with nature. We are nature. So we should not be having this strong reaction to this yellow stuff unless it's something really bad and our bodies are trying to tell us that, hey, this is not what you think it is. You've been told or otherwise, and our bodies are trying vigorously to fight it off. So, you know, and you have the bees that are collecting, because I think the bees are even confused. So it's like, what is this? Like, this is not actually pollen. This is warfare. I mean, you have to realize we're spiritual beings, and the government knows it. They are constantly doing things to us to keep us from waking up, to keep us in this frozen state of being a minion, a robot, and not critically thinking anything. You got to think, why does this pollen just pop up out of nowhere every year, the next day? And everybody say, oh, it's pollen season, see, the pollen's out. But you're not questioning that it wasn't there yesterday. It was not there yesterday, and all of a sudden it's here now. It was no gradual change. And I've just been questioning this in my mind. You know, when your third eye begins to open, you see things and feel things, and you just have a gut feeling that something is off, and something about this pollen is off. Something is off, and they've been doing it for years, and I've been thinking about this. Something about this pollen is not right. This is not pollen. I don't know what it is, but it is not actually pollen. But I just wanted to make a video about that. You guys be safe. If this stuff touches you, wash your hands, wash off things. This is some kind of macroscopic warfare that they are putting on us and calling it pollen. So just be aware and use your third eye, use your critical thinking skills, and watch. Just watch and pay attention, because this war, we're in a spiritual war, and it is constant. We are in a spiritual war, and it is constant all the time. So just be aware. This is Gaia Earth Goddess. I'll talk to you guys later, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.